They all expected a shot, and Shaqiri makes this wonderful run. This is an official excuse. My wife gave birth.
My wife gave birth.
There's placenta on my pants.
That's disgusting.
This is the Anfield Humidor podcast. Thanks to Mane's skill, Milner's competence under pressure, and Traore's thick and prosperous legs.
Back in college, when we were...
You went to college?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now doing this podcast with you. Man, my life. $22-point lead.
22 points.
22-point lead. Man City sucks, regardless who their manager is.
Okay.
Virgil van Dijk thinks he's a freaking striker.
Uh-huh.
Andy Robertson is jealous of Mohamed Salah's dinking ability.
Okay.
And Allison is so afraid of handballs that he, outside of his box, that he conceded a corner rather than deal with all the Twitter hate.
Woo-wee!
We had an exciting game.
Oh, very exciting.
We had an exciting game. We've had an exciting week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was good. It was just a good week for Liverpool.
Oh, for Liverpool. I thought you meant for you.
Man City sucks.
Uh-huh.
Chelsea drew Leicester.
Oh.
Like, what a week.
What's going on?
What a week.
What's going on?
And then, better yet, we have the 19-year-olds that we all know a ton about playing in Shrewsbury tomorrow. That's what we got.
All right. And
Anfield.
do you think Klopp's going to be there?
I think he's going to watch the game from NBC Sports Gold like I do.
Oh, okay. At home.
Yeah.
In his boxers.
Using your dad's login.
In his tighties. In his tidy whities.
Tidy whities.
Tidy whities.
You think he wears tidy whities?
Who goes through the tidy whitey to pee? Do you know anyone who goes through it? Is that just an old man thing?
No, I mean, I bet you 50%.
I think back in the day when people tucked their shirts in and had belts on, going through it made sense.
People
but you gotta
still tuck their shirts in and wear belts.
I know. But you gotta go. You gotta go over the fence.
That's not a dying trend.
If you're not going over the fence, I can't be friends with you. If you go through, what do they call it?
Illegals.
Going through the
that's illegal immigration.
Illegals over the fence. Build a wall. Trump.
Stop. So, as you can see, quick disclaimer, we're Americans. Mm-hmm. We smoke cigars, we drink whiskey, we talk about it, and then more importantly, we talk about Liverpool.
Yeah, much more importantly.
So, if you hear that we're Americans and you're like, ugh.
But we're not Americans.
What are we?
We're Scouse, but we fake an American accent.
Yeah, this is our fake American accent.
Uh-huh.
Born and raised in Liverpool.
Yep.
But if you were thinking, ugh, these guys, listen, this podcast is fun. Yes. So lay back, get a glass of whiskey, maybe a cigar, and enjoy the show.
That's right.
Enjoy the ride.
Have a little fun.
Enjoy the ride like every Liverpool fan is right now.
Oh,
enjoy the ride.
You got to enjoy it right now.
If you don't love us when we're losing, what is it? If you don't love us when we're losing, don't love us when we're winning.
Who says that? Bob Paisley?
No, Bill Shakley.
What's the Paisley? Keith Urban? Keith Urban? Bob Paisley?
Bob Paisley. You're
Bob
right.
Paisley. Okay.
Bob Paisley. You meant Brad Paisley.
Did I mean that?
The country singer?
That's what I was going for.
No, Bill Shankly. But yeah, no, enjoy it.
Yeah, you got to enjoy it.
And then when they're winning, go ahead. Sorry, you have to.
No, you just keep interrupting me. You have
when
to,
you
you have to enjoy these times.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah,
because guess what? Ain't gonna last forever.
Right.
Oh
Right.
Boy, it's off the rails already. He's making fun of me. Liverpool, top of the league.
Liverpool, top of the league. Liverpool, top of the league. 22 points. Liverpool, top of the league.
Man City sucks.
But today we got a couple cool points for you. We got Gomez performances. We got a couple goal overviews talking about Southampton and how they made a game out of it first half. Mohamed Salah's goal, Takumi Minamino's performance, and some cool things about Danny Ings.
Yeah, we got quite a list today. Quite a list.
Stick tight.
Stay tight.
Stay tight. What is it? Stick around?
I think it's stay tight.
Stay tight.
Yeah, stay tight.
Stay tight. Enjoy the show. Seatbelt on.
No, I think stick tight was right.
Leather seats, hot in the sun. Just enjoy. So this episode of the podcast is brought to you by...
well, I don't know. This table?
Nope.
This wall?
Nope.
Roadcaster Pro?
We should call them, but no.
No, it's brought to you by the Rabbit Air Purifier, cigar air purifier. You can see it in our shot right now. The light is red because it's sensing cigar smoke, and it turns on. Filters cigar smoke so we can actually smoke in this room without dying of lung cancer.
And it's quiet.
That's why we bought it.
And we love it.
We love it.
I have one for
Thank you,
I
Rabbit
have
Air.
one for my bathroom,
Uh-huh.
my living room, and my kitchen.
I know why you have them for your bathroom. For those massive dumps.
Stinky dumps.
For the stinky dumps.
So this section of the podcast is brought to you by the Rabbit Air. What are we smoking, Brian?
All right, we are smoking. It's a La Aroma de Cuba, and it's Mi Amor, and it's a torpedo cut Robusto.
Killed the accent, by the way.
Did I?
La Aroma?
La Aroma de Cuba, Mi Amor.
What does that mean?
The smell of Cuba, which I imagine smells a little bit like old cars. Don't they have a bunch of old cars in Cuba?
Communism.
Yeah. Yeah, old cars. And it's Mi Amor.
Trade embargo.
And the tasting notes on it are jalapenos
Which I get.
and coffee. I'm not getting jalapenos yet.
No?
No, I got the coffee right off the bat. Hold on.
He's puffing his cigar. Taking a second.
I'm getting spice. Is that what he's talking
I
about?
think like pepper, jalapeno, but I like the jalapeno call.
Yeah.
It's like raw. Like raw spice, like green spice.
But what type of jalapenos is he talking about? A raw jalapeno?
Not a pickled jalapeno.
Or a pickled.
Those are gross.
No, well, they are gross. I like them still.
Pickled jalapenos are gross, except
son.
at Five Guys. They're okay at Five Guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they all taste the same.
And then we're drinking Maker's Mark Private Select.
Yep.
You got me this bottle for my birthday, for Christmas.
Christmas.
For Christmas.
Christmas.
It was made by the owner of the liquor store that you bought it at. It's pretty sweet.
Yep, so you can't really get it.
Yeah, you can't have it. But Maker's Mark Private Select whiskey, it's good.
Yeah, it's excellent. Very strong. You have to water it down with some water.
You got to water it down.
You got to water it down a little bit. But yeah, great whiskey. And that is our smoking drinking section brought to you by Rabbit Air. We got to keep plugging this Rabbit Air.
I love the Rabbit Air.
How cool were they to send it to us?
Love the Rabbit Air.
That's awesome.
Love
That's
it.
awesome. Yeah, so why don't you bring me up some stats there, Scotty boy?
Let's go over it, Scott.
Statty boy.
Scott, I'm giving it. Well, she got Captain. Little Star Trek reference.
I've never watched Star Trek.
Wow. All right. Going into the stat overview.
Go ahead, nerd.
Ball possession, Liverpool 62-38 for Southampton. That's surprising. Goal attempts 16-17 for Southampton.
Makes sense.
Ali Becker. Shots on goal 9-4 for Southampton. 9 for us, 4 for Southampton. Shots off goal, block shots 4 for us, 6 for Southampton. Free kicks 20-11 in favor of us. Let's do goalkeeper saves 4 for us, 5 for them. Yellow cards, they had 2, we had none.
Uh-huh.
Total passes 530 to 321. And I think this is probably my favorite stat when we do these attacks, 104 to 91.
Uh-huh.
I bet you 87 of those 91 were in the first half for Southampton.
Yeah.
It's a totally different game.
Tell me the shots on goal again.
Shots on goal for Liverpool 9 and for Southampton 4.
Yeah, so right there, that was Southampton's downfall. Their downfall. How many times did they have chances in that first half?
They had 7 shots off goal.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, they had quite a few chances, and it's a good thing they don't have top-class strike. I'm not knocking Danny Ings.
I would say that Southampton are like lowercase letters. Mm-hmm. They couldn't capitalize.
Oh, that was... Every single UK listener just shut it off.
Why?
Because it was corny.
Whatever.
No,
I'd rather you shut it off for us being corny than shut it off because we're not Scouse.
Yeah.
Turn it off if you think it's lame.
Because one is not racist, the other is racist.
Racist.
Yep.
Yep. I agree.
The big R.
I agree.
The big R. I hate that word. Ugh. Ugh. Okay.
Joe
Move on.
freaking Gomez.
Joe Gomez.
Talk to me.
He's the talk of the town, Joe Gomez.
Which
talk
town?
of the town.
Jackson, New Jersey?
All towns. Because all towns vote for Liverpool. Yeah, Joe Gomez was the highlight of that game for me. I'm sure he didn't get the man of the match. But the kid was everywhere.
Salah had 2 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Okay. All right. Hendo had a goal and assist. And a beautiful assist. to Salah.
Firmino had 3 assists.
Yeah.
But
again, talking about Gomez, again, he was, anytime there was issues, Joe Gomez, they're sweeping up. Joe Gomez, how many times did I say, there's Joe Gomez? When I was writing my notes on the back of a parking ticket, because I had to do this in my truck, I just wrote, because I had to actually use a pen, which I haven't done in 10 years, like on a piece of paper. I just normally type. I wrote Joe Gomez, GG. Joe Gomez, GG.
good game.
Good game. Joe Gomez, GG. Good game. I kept writing that because I kept looking at him like, this boy's unbelievable. And going off of that, he's been unbelievable the whole season. Besides a few mishaps in the beginning, he's been unbelievable. What is Joel Matip thinking right now? You know, how unlucky for him.
I mean, yeah, unlucky, but
Yeah.
not upset. The dude's killing it, and he was injured. You know,
I know, but the injury came, and Gomez came and stepped up. And now, before, it was kind of a no-brainer who to pick. And now, Matip coming off the bench, coming off of injury, he's going to be rusty, and it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a battle for the position, which is a good thing for a Liverpool fan. Matip, not so much. You know, it's not just a given position anymore.
You know what I'm thinking?
It's not given.
You know what I was thinking when you were saying that? Is how much do you think Gomez has grown because of Virgil being next to him, playing with him?
I think every player does, yeah.
And I think that's the case with Matip, too.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Gomez, when he first started, and I think when he was coming around back from injury, that was like a couple episodes in on the pod. And every time he started, or he came on, we were just like, I know I was like, not we, but he would do something stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. Like you have the starting 10 and then Gomez. Like, and no, he's good. I know he's good. And I think right now, I mean, come on. The dude, I couldn't sing your praises more. Joe Gomez, you need to chant. Go, Joe, go, Joe. Mojo, Jojo. Joe, go, Joe. Go, Joe, Joe, go.
Joe Gomez, we love you. How was that?
That's
on
a
a
bad-
scale from 1 to 10.
I mean, you hit the pitch. Probably 5.
No.
A lot of
that
people
was-
could have done a lot worse.
That was a 2.
No, a lot of people could. They're not. People aren't good at stuff. Dude.
yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you went up to a random player and said, or a random person and said, "Hey, make a Joe Gomez chant," you know what I mean?
That brings me back to our Champions League final win at Carragher's, the boot room. And we brought the mic or the camera. I'm like, what do you think of the game? The guy's like, whoa, what do you think of the game? We're the European champions. What do you think of the game? What did he say?
YNWA.
He couldn't think of anything. He just goes, up the YNWA.
YNWA.
Highlight.
It was so funny.
Oh, boy.
But back to the point. He started, and when he started playing because Matip was injured,
Right.
he would just do these things that were like, duh, that I thought they were duh. I mean, listen, my opinion's worth a pound of nothing, you know?
You disliked him the most at fullback.
At fullback. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that just because those spots, that's my left and right heart.
Because last season, Gomez was great.
Yeah.
And then he comes on, Matip injury comes on. Again, rust. That's what happens when you sit on the bench. You need actual match playing time. Look at Fabinho. Look at him. He was a little rusty. A little bit rusty. And he's now, after a few games, he's kind of back. You need that actual playing time. Training is wonderful, but it's not playing time.
Yeah.
And so now Matip is going to struggle. That's my whole point. He's going to struggle getting that position, barring any injury.
Happy with Gomez though.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so let me paint a picture for you.
Paint it, baby. Paint it, Picasso. Bob Ross. I'm going to put a little tree. Hold on. I'm going to put a little tree. I think a tree wants to live here. Maybe a little twig.
Is that Bob Ross?
That's Bob Ross, yeah.
the painter.
The painter,
Oh
the poofy
yeah,
hair.
the poofy hair guy.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing?
He was a drill sergeant.
He was a Liverpool fan.
Was he?
No.
Man, you said that. You said that with such confidence. Man, you could fool anyone into believing anything.
I can make you believe anything.
You should be a con man.
But
Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete, good show. I had a point and it's gone. Oh, so let me paint a picture for you. So
Paint it, Picasso.
Paint it,
Bob Ross. You gonna lose it again?
No.
Van Gogh.
So
Monet?
second leg of a elimination or knockout stage in the Champions League. Second leg, and you need a clean sheet to win. Right? We need a goal and a clean sheet to win.
Yeah.
Is your back four? I already know your right back and left back, and I know your center half. But who's next to Virgil now? Right now, current form.
Yeah, Gomez.
Gomez, right?
Of course.
Because for the longest time, I would say Matip.
Of course.
Based off Barca, based off,
This was a big discussion in our earlier podcast.
Yeah.
Gomez, Matip. That was a big point of, big topic all the time.
I'm leaning Gomez.
Yeah.
Jojo,
and you were
go, go.
not
Go.
leaning towards him, leaning on him, leaning with him, leaning against him.
Leaning
back
towards him.
then.
No.
Yeah.
No. So, but just humongous spike in form. The
Yeah.
dude's playing like wild. Like what I loved about Matip, that sweeping ability.
Yeah.
This Southampton game. Did you not notice that?
Oh,
He
yeah.
was there behind Verge. Verge positioning great. They kicked the ball super far left or right to get out of his way because they didn't
Right.
want to kick it at him. And
That was just a funny statement.
Joe Gomez,
They
what?
kicked the ball super far.
Super far out of his way.
Super far.
So far out of his way.
You know, one thing I do miss about Matip, and you know, even though Gomez having a
His
great
Q-tip head?
nope, he is the ugliest player on Liverpool. We did discuss that before. I do miss his runs down the middle.
Yeah, more involved in forward play.
Yes, Gomez not quite that type of player, but Gomez is freaking fast. And now, because of playing, like you said, next to VVD, he's getting the brains as well. So now he's got the speed, the brains, the brawn, the ability.
I bet you it's like, I don't want him to yell at me and clap like Virgil always does. He always
Yeah.
claps and puts his hand out.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want Virgil to, my whole mission this game, don't let Virgil yell at me. That's when
At the same time, your mission is also, I want a pat on the back by Virgil. A pat on the back by Virgil saying thank you for doing that means everything.
Yeah.
And that's what running a back four is all about. That's what being a captain is all about for Hendo. You want Hendo's praise, you want VVD's praise, you want Klopp's praise, you want the fans' praise.
You want praise.
You want praise.
It's called clout.
Yeah, clout. Is that
Clout.
what it's called?
Yeah, you like do it for the clout. Like
Clout.
your
Sounds like
reputation.
Sounds like a toe disease.
Clout. That's
Gout.
That's gout. So we talked about the back four.
Gout clout.
What about
Go
the
ahead.
midfield this game?
The midfield. So that's a good point. Bringing up the midfield here. The midfield, they were great. We scored 4 goals. Okay, they were great. But I think the midfield was our downfall when it comes to defending. I think we gave, and this has been the theme over the last 2 games, maybe 3 games, maybe 4 games. Midfield losing the ball, giving away some what looks like rusty passes, some funky things going
Rusty?
on. Firmino did it. Robertson did it previous game against West Ham. This
Ox
game,
had a couple.
Firmino, Ox had a couple.
few.
Who else? I forget. There was a few guys who did
Gini Wijnaldum doesn't lose the ball.
but he did.
He did.
He did this game. He did this game.
That ball is glued to that Dutch man's foot.
You remember Klopp, how upset he was on the sideline against West Ham. That's where we came to that conclusion. It was because the midfield giving the ball away, and it happened again. So they just need to tighten things up, and But again, we won 4-0.
Do they?
Yeah. You gotta keep working. Gotta keep
Fab
working.
getting healthy.
Yeah, it's a big.
And
big
I think
deal.
all the options you now have at winger, I don't see us losing.
Yeah, and okay, so I'm saying midfield needs to tighten up. Listen, people have bad games; they make mistakes. It's kind of one of those things, and it just so happens. But Ox seems to do that. He seems to be one of the guys. If someone's going to give the ball away in the midfield with a poor pass, it seems like Ox is going to be the man, not Genie, not Hendo.
Out of form, Fab.
Exactly.
let Fab get back into it.
But Fab had a good game. He had a good game.
So
he's definitely coming back.
So like the game. Oh, you're out of fluid.
Out of fluid.
Out of light of fluid. So the game had. When I was watching the game, I felt like first half, second half, 2 totally different games. Southampton first half. Big shouts. Big shouts. Applause to you.
Yes.
You played the best team in the league, the best team Liverpool's put forth in decades, and you held them at bay.
Yeah.
For the entire first half.
Yeah, and they jumped on us giving the ball away. They jumped on it. The only thing that was missing was the finishing.
Yeah, they couldn't capitalize.
Couldn't capitalize
Like a
on the
lowercase
finishing.
letter.
Their defense was wonderful.
This is like your duck and geese analogy. I'm trying to do the same thing.
The duck and
Just
geese.
keep going back to it. Southampton is the lowercase cursive. Never relevant.
I like that. I like that.
And they're not capitalized.
I like the cursive. That was good. That was much better. Now you're on par with the ducks and geese analogy. The capitalized letter, that was so corny we lost all of our Scouts listeners.
Do you remember?
Come back.
Do you remember who the geese were?
That was Sheffield.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Call back.
I only know that because we've mentioned it every podcast since I talked about it.
You've mentioned it.
No, you bring it up.
I just brought it up this one time.
You've brought it up. Listen back, people. We need one of those people who listens to our podcast and makes Photoshop things about it. Like Bill Burr has, and
We're not that
Tuesday
big.
I know we're not that big. We're pretty.
We're
big.
getting there, though.
We're getting there. But we need one of those people to fact check us.
A fact checker?
How about the one guy?
Tuesdays with facts?
Yeah, Tuesday. How about the one guy who called you out for your little Suarez debacle?
No, get out of here, bro.
But he commented on our YouTube.
What'd he say?
It was a very nice comment. But I told him you got to be our fact checker because he was that's what he was doing. He's calling us out in our garbage. It's going to happen, people. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Southampton first half versus second half.
Right. So Southampton, Dantes, Edmund Dantes, I think his name's Dave from Carragher's, also Instagram. He messaged on our Instagram. Am I stealing your thunder here?
No.
Did you put that in the final?
No, I don't
Okay.
care. Go ahead.
He said Southampton looks like Liverpool right now with their attacking. And I was he was right. They were really direct. You gotta wait a minute for the lighter. I just filled it. You gotta wait. You've ruined it. And more impressive to me was how well they tracked our forwards. We tried quite a few long balls over the top, quite a few, and we couldn't make much of it. They really tracked well. They seemed to be mentally. They stayed in the game. They didn't give up. They did give up eventually because you could only keep that for so long against Liverpool. You do your best and you hope you can keep it the whole game. They weren't able to do that. But first half, you got to give it to them.
They played well.
And how about Danny Ings? How about that whatchamacallit, the applause that he got coming off that field?
Yeah, that's cool to see.
I love that. I love that.
That's some of my favorite stuff in sports is when you have somebody who's obviously on another team and obviously you're rooting for him to not score and obviously you want him to have a bad game. Not have a bad game, but you just want to beat him. You got the jalapeno.
I got the jalapeno.
Yeah,
just got it.
It's a good cigar. But and then you have people that respect players and respect performances. Like there's a lot of Suarez and Coutinho hate online.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like hatred for other players. But like when you see an entire stadium collectively applause Danny Ings as he gets subbed off for a great performance.
Yeah.
He played really well. He was positioned incredibly. He had a couple good shots on goal. He made a lot of chances, but they couldn't capitalize like a lowercase cursive letter.
Oh my goodness.
They couldn't capitalize
How many
on him.
times?
And I'm going to say it every time.
Okay.
But so to see Anfield just erupt with applause when he got subbed off, I'm sure he noticed that. I'm sure that a lot of people noticed that. It's cool to see.
Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely.
Cool to see.
I love it. I love it.
Want to go over some goals?
Let's do it.
So what was the first goal? Who scored first?
It was Ox.
Was Ox before Henderson?
Yes. Ox before Henderson.
Yeah, you're right.
Ox before Henderson. Oxlade-Chamberlain. That goal was what we hired him for. Right? It was obviously wonderful build-up play. Andrew Robertson kept it in with a beautiful back heel. You got no light.
I got nothing here.
With a beautiful back heel.
Andrew Robertson. Yeah, the ball was running towards the corner.
Yep, and he had nothing else to do but back heel it back into play.
So it was one back heel by Robertson, and then
another back heel by Firmino or a backside heel, whatever it was, to Ox. And then Ox had tons of work to do. Tons. It wasn't just that little back heel opened him up for a free shot on net. No, there was 3 Southampton players in his way and one trying to be a backpack.
One right on him.
One was trying to jump on his back and be a backpack. An Oxlade-Chamberlain backpack. We talk about Mo Salah backpack. Well, now someone was trying to be an Oxlade-Chamberlain backpack. And he just does what he does. Head down, laces over the ball, knee over the ball, keep it down, worm burner into the net, past 3 Southampton players, and the goalie.
Yeah.
It was
He didn't even know what happened either.
Wonderful.
No dive, no
Nope.
nothing. Just
Nope.
Ox, and he's known for that.
Yes.
He's the guy, and even commentators say it, we all say it. Ox is the guy that's going to take that shot.
Yeah.
And you're totally right. That's why he's there. One of my favorite things about that goal, and we just watched the highlights, and I remember noticing it when I was watching the game, is when Ox had the ball and he was running across the 18. He was running parallel with the 18. He looked at the goal, and then he had Jordan right behind him, ready for it, and Jordan pointed to the goal. And Ox took the shot. It was really cool.
That's cool. I didn't
it,
see that.
Kind of gestured, he pointed down with one hand and then over with the other hand, like I could take it or you could shoot. Yes. And he shot, and it was a great shot. Great shot.
Yeah, because you imagine on the training ground, he's doing that all the time.
How hard is it to time a shot with 3 defenders running in at different angles? How hard is that?
Well, it's more along the lines of I'm running along the 18. You gotta wait. You keep jumping the gun. 5-minute rest. It's more along the lines of I'm running across the 18. I'm not really looking. All you're trying to do is keep your knee over the ball, keep the ball down. So you don't really think much in those positions. I think. You know what I mean? That's your Bluetooth.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry
I wish I had a little bit of experience.
Yeah.
Like playing more soccer like you do, to know how difficult some of these things are. Because I remember, like every time we watch a ton of games together, and you'll like nudge me.
The most difficult part about that move was opening the shot up. He takes the ball from the corner of the 18 and runs along the 18 with pace and then shoots. That's the hard part.
One of my favorite things about watching games with you is you'll nudge me during a play like this, and you go, "Do you know how hard that ball is to settle? Or do you know how hard it is to time your right foot?" And then you'll kick a ball at me when we're passing back and forth. You'll kick it and you're like, "Settle this," and it's impossible.
Yeah.
And you're like, "They just do it like that." And then when they don't do it, you're like, "Oh, they didn't settle it." Like, but
Is that what I sound like?
No, I'm saying anyone. They're like, "Oh, they didn't settle it. Genie had a bad game. He had one giveaway in the midfield." Like, that's incredibly difficult to do.
It is.
So that was an awesome goal.
It was.
Good goal.
It was, and he's on quite a scoring form right now.
I love Ox.
Wonderful.
My wife, she knows all the players and all the chants because we watch every game that I don't watch with you together. And she saw Ox like 4 games ago, and she goes, "Who's that guy?" And I go, "Oh, that's Ox." And she's like, "I've never seen him before." She watched him play 1 game. She goes, "I like that guy."
Yeah.
She likes that guy because of the way he plays.
Funny thing about that story, the exact same game I watched with. No, it was the game before that. But my wife said the exact same thing about Ox.
They don't know who. Yeah, because he doesn't have a chant.
They don't know who he was.
He has I will sing again for Oxlade Chamberlain. He needs a better chant.
He does.
He needs a better chant.
I haven't heard that chant in a long time.
So we got Ox's goal.
Yes.
We said we are going to go over some goals. What about Henderson's goal? That was the next one.
Henderson's goal. It was a beautiful bit of skill from Firmino. Very unselfishly gave the ball to Henderson. It was off of a break.
Yep.
And Firmino had the mind to pull it back to Henderson. Now, Henderson receives the ball, has not much to do. He's got an open net. He can place it, but he had the ability to do that. He kept his head down, not letting the pressure get to me. Sometimes when you have too much time on the ball like that, you could mess up.
You hesitate.
Exactly.
You settle the ball too much. You take too many touches.
You hit it over the net. You have too much time. So that's impressive. What impressed me more was the lack of Southampton's marking. When Firmino had the ball running towards the goal line, all 3 Southampton defenders were ball watching. Where's the defense? They completely shut down.
Like, I get that though. Like,
it's hard.
You're in the 18.
Yeah.
Get the ball out.
Exactly.
I get it.
Exactly. They're all but you don't need 3 players, especially the one who was furthest back, all running towards Firmino. How about you look behind your back?
That's what I was going to say. You said it before. You're like, there are 3 people looking forwards.
Yes.
Don't you think one of you could look backwards?
Exactly.
I'm glad they didn't.
No, me
because
too.
Jordan Henderson's goals are far and in between. There's not a ton of them.
And I was quite surprised he didn't celebrate more. I know you loved the celebration.
I loved that celebration.
You loved it.
He looked at, because Firmino is the guy that's going to take that under 3 and do something and get it in the net. He'll do like a back heel kick. He'll do something.
He'll do a Rabona.
Exactly. Yeah. 2 feet from the goal.
Yeah.
But he gave the ball to Henderson.
Henderson goes, "This is the ball. I hit it in the net." Very,
he's not a simpleton.
Well, but he's direct.
You think, I get the ball.
I take the ball.
He's like the one guy that gives like awesome interviews after games.
Oh, he's the
and
best.
You're like, I hit the ball in the net.
How about this line? It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Look at that. Oh,
Barca final.
Chills.
4-0.
I get chills. That when that interview comes on.
Unbelievable.
Freaking chills. Yeah. So very direct from Henderson. Love it. But the celebration.
He got the ball from Firmino, who Henderson, he's the captain, right? We talk about this all the time. He knows the play style of every player.
Yeah.
So when he's there, open, ready for it, he's not. There's part of him. He's not expecting it.
Yeah.
He knows what Firmino's going to do.
Yeah.
And he gets the ball, gets the goal. He runs over, stares him in the face. They touch foreheads, and then you see him pull away. And while they're all hugging, he looks at Firmino. He goes, "Thank you."
Yes.
Or something like that. He was like, "Thanks, man." You could see his lips say thanks.
Right.
That's cool.
Yes,
I love the celebration.
because when a player draws 3 defenders towards him and says, "Here you go, Henderson, take it," you got to say thank you. You must say thank you.
Thank you for my goal.
That is my favorite part. You still no light? Here, I got it. Let me fix it. Should I get the torch? Want me to get the blowtorch?
No, it's fine.
When there is a good team goal, there's nothing I hate more than see the person run to the corner and celebrate without first pointing to the assist man.
Yeah.
Point to him, hug him, then you go celebrate. And Liverpool's pretty good about that.
But another
Pretty
thing
darn
that
good.
Liverpool do is they run if they're scoring on the cop end, they kind of run over to the cop first.
But I'm just saying
And
they give the credit where the credit's due.
Yeah.
So you don't see that from every selfish every selfish striker doesn't always do that.
Yeah.
Whereas Liverpool is a cohesive squad. Cohesive. They're all having a good time. Because they're winning and doing great, but they're very congratulatory of each other. Look at Alisson running from across the field, sliding on his knees to give Mo Salah a hug. Nothing better than that.
Nothing better than that. Nothing beats it. So there were 4 goals in the game. We talked about Ox. We talked about Henderson. We're missing 2 goals. Mohamed Salah. The cool thing about his first goal.
Tell me.
Right? He gets this pass. It was like a go-ahead pass. The Southampton defender just flicked it with his toe, and he gets it, and he dinks it right over the goalie.
Mm-hmm.
A better dink than Andrew Robertson.
That's the dink Andrew Robertson was looking for. And we said, if only Mo Salah got to do that. And he got to do that.
Is that against West Ham?
Against West Ham,
yeah. He had that shot that was perfect. It was so good. And then he didn't dink it hard enough.
He didn't think it high enough.
But he got this dink. And then he kicked a great shot. It went right over the goalie's
Near post.
left arm, near
Yep,
post.
near post.
Elevated it at just the right height. It was a beautiful shot. He scores the goal, runs past the goal, and then looks at the camera and goes, it was okay. What's up with that?
I don't know.
What is that?
As someone could write in, why did he do that? Was he not happy with that goal? I don't understand. It was a best assist, one of the best assists I've ever seen.
Henderson assisted
Even
that.
though the defender did get a flick to it, who cares? And then the finish, a very hard finish to do at full sprint. A little dinker at full sprint, impossible. Impossible. You know what I would do in that situation?
Kick it over the net.
I'd either kick it right over the net or right at the goalie. I would dink it, but it wouldn't go up.
It went right over his left arm.
Yeah.
Like he lifted up his arms. He made himself big, like a goalie should.
Yep.
And then Salah scored, looks over at the camera, he puts his hand sideways, he goes,
It was either an like I'm not happy with that goal. I don't know why. Wait. Or it was an like a cocky type of but that's not Mo Salah's style.
No, he's not cocky.
No, I mean,
he's
he
not.
takes his shirt off and flexes in front of the crowd.
That was a big goal. That was
abs.
a big goal.
Those are big abs.
Big abs.
How about those muscles above his abs to the left on his ribs?
I don't even get him, dude.
There's muscles there I didn't know existed.
Yeah, I don't understand him.
He's got abs above his abs to the left.
Those are the Egyptian muscles.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like hieroglyphics. They look like the water hieroglyphics.
Interesting.
They put them again.
Capitalized letter.
So he had that goal with the weird celebration.
Yep.
And then he had the 90-minute goal,
Which was a dumb goal.
which was an awful goal. And
With
he
a good celebration.
Yeah, he goes crazy.
What's going on, Mo?
You scored 2 goals. I guess he's happy. He's like, I only scored 1. And then he
Yeah.
scores 2. He goes, yeah, I scored 2.
Yeah, it was fascinating. Fascinating.
That was a Firmino assist, right?
Yeah.
That was because Firmino had 3 assists. We didn't make that a point, but Firmino had 3 assists that game.
Yeah, what a wonderful game the boy had. Oh, wonderful. And he's not a point. What is wrong with us? We can't make a point about everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's only 2 of us. We're not the Anfield Rap.
where there's
with 5 Scousers in a room.
Firmino had a good
Our
game.
podcast you could understand.
If sometimes
I
don't know, Scousers might not understand it.
That's a good point.
It's tough.
Buen punto.
You cannot. Wrong word.
Punto buen.
No, wrong word.
Punto's point.
Is it point?
It's point.
I think it's puinto.
No, you're way off.
Am I?
Way off.
Way off. So
Puinto sounds like a taqueria. Puintos.
come get some puintos today. So going over the goals, which one was your favorite?
Oh.
You got 4 goals here.
I tell you what. Before I tell you my favorite goal, I want to tell you my favorite move of the game.
Okay.
And it's something that, I was amazed watching it. Liverpool FC posted it to their Instagram saying if this ended up in a goal, again, highlight of the season, was the move that Alisson... Yeah, you can go now. It started with a back pass. There you go. It started with a back pass to Allison. You got to put it up to your mouth. Put it up to your mouth. And get a puff. Yes, you got it. You got it. Keep puffing. Keep clicking it. Keep clicking and puffing. You got plenty of flame.
There we go.
Plenty of flame. So the move, people. I'm explaining to him how to light a cigar here. The lighter's not working. All right. People who are watching on YouTube can see that. Hey, we're on YouTube, people. If you want to see our dumb faces,
like, follow, subscribe.
The move where we worked it out of the back. Allison, back pass to Allison. Allison then passed it to whomever. Then passed it to someone else. It was a classic Liverpool counterattack start from the back, and it was just direct, one-touch football. Gets all the way to Mo, I believe, from a pass from Firmino. But they called it offside. Mo did score, and they called it offside. And that would have been the best. But you asked what my favorite goal was.
Yeah, those four.
Oh boy, that's a tough call. You know I'm a sucker for a Hendo goal.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a Hendo goal.
I love an Ox Belter.
Yeah, an Ox Belter's great. I'm gonna have to go with the Mo Salah dinker because it was an unbelievable pass from Henderson.
Unbelievable.
And it was a wonderful finish. That's my favorite goal of the game.
Okay.
Definitely. How about yourself?
My goal was the Ox Belter.
Mm-hmm.
I like the chance.
Now let me ask you before you get into that.
Go ahead.
The Ox Belter, when he received that ball, let's say you were in his position.
All right.
Okay? With the skill level you have now.
Yep.
You receive the ball in that position.
Yep.
Okay? From Firmino. Beautiful bit of skill. You got 55,000 people around you watching you. You got top-class players on the field. Hundreds of millions of pounds represented on that field. What do?
I passed the ball to Jordan Henderson, who was open right next to me.
Oh, good call.
Every time.
Good call.
Every time. I pass it to somebody else.
So you pass it to Hendo, but he gives it right back.
I'd make a run. No, I wouldn't.
You make a run, he dinks a ball over the top. You whiff.
I had it in.
No, you whiff. And the ball goes out for a goal kick.
It would be me. It would be so I would pass the ball to Henderson real quick. He would dink it over every defender. I would be onside. I would run. I would go to one time it. I would miss the ball, slip, and fall. Like, you know when you step on a soccer ball and it rolls under your foot and you fall? That's what I would do in front of a million people. I'd be on the ESPN not top 10.
Okay.
That's what I would do in that situation.
All right.
We got to talk about our boy. Our beautiful Japanese boy who got subbed on in the 81st minute, Takumi Minamino.
Yes.
In a show where the stars of the show are Bobby and Mo.
Yes.
What was Takumi Minamino doing?
He got front row VIP access to watch Bobby and Mo. That's what happened. He was there. He was in the 18 with them every time. It's not his fault.
No,
he didn't get the ball.
Not his fault.
But he got a front row seat to watch them work their magic. And I'm sure he enjoyed it. I'm sure. And he got a chance at goal.
He got a great... It wasn't great. He was kind of tight with Nabi. But he had a great opportunity, and he did what 95% of shots from that would happen. He dinked it right here. He kicked it right over the goal.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's a goal he should have scored. He should have scored it, for sure. He was upset at himself.
He was mad, but that he should have scored it.
Yes.
But 95% of people should have scored it.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Or would have missed it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they should have scored.
Yeah,
that happens all the time.
Keita being in his way is a problem.
Even the commentator thought Keita kicked the ball.
Exactly. So hopefully I'm right. Hopefully it was Minamino.
It was.
I'm 99% sure it was. All I have to say is when that ball was going towards Minamino, I'm in my truck watching this, mind you, on lunch at work. I was about to lose I was about to lose my mind.
YouTubers, lunch, he says. Lunch at work. Lunch lasts 90 minutes.
When a Liverpool game's on. I was about to, number one, jump out of my seat in my truck. Number two, I was about to turn the game off and try to make an Instagram post.
Yeah.
Because I had to capitalize on the timing of that. And I was ready to do all of that, and it skied over the net, or wide, wherever it went.
Yeah.
And what an opening. What an opening that would have been for him. What a confidence boost. But sadly.
Do you see, when Minamino's there, do you see Bobby and Mo trying to involve him?
I mean, that's what Mo did.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
Because they want it.
They wanna see him succeed.
They want to see him succeed. That it's not. I love the word selfless. Twitter, when people talk about Mo, doing that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
When people Firmino is the captain of selfless.
Yes.
That is written in stone. He will always assist. Sorry, he will always assist when given the opportunity. He takes cool shots when they're up 3-0. He'll do some cool stuff, but he's always looking for that assist. They want to net the goal. That's all they want.
Yep.
But to see like those two guys who we hold on this awesome pedestal of Liverpool strikers trying to get this kid involved, and to make him like shine, that's neat.
It is.
That's
awesome.
neat for me to see. I think that's really cool.
It's awesome. Let me ask you this question: do you miss Sadio?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure. For sure, I do.
Okay. All right. My point is, we're doing okay.
We are. But
mean,
we also haven't
obviously you miss
faced.
him.
We haven't faced a.
Yes.
We haven't had a difficult opponent without Sadio Mane. You know what I mean? I said what you say.
Very good point.
You know what I mean? You say that all the time.
Oh.
But you know what? I miss when Sadio's on the field. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
But I love watching Sadio's build-up play.
Uh-huh.
It's one of my favorite things because him and Divock, they both play the same way.
Yeah.
They own the corners.
Yeah.
They own them.
Uh-huh.
And watching Sadio one-on-one in the corner is one of my favorite things.
Oh, it's beautiful.
He does, and sometimes they kick it out, they concede, or they kick it out and he has to throw it in. And then Trent runs over to do it. But watching him with those, I'm always like, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, what is he going to do?
Uh-huh.
What is he going to do? And he does some stupid thing and it works.
So you like when he's in the corner at a standstill?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that too. But more than that, I love when he receives the ball down the wing, running at full pace, and turns directly at the defender to try to make the defender to make a decision. Looking at the defender's face is one of my favorite things. He's running full speed at you. What the heck are you supposed to do? You don't know where he's going to go. You have no idea. It's a guess. It's a guessing game against Sadio. That's like my favorite thing. They say they tell you to do that in football. When you get the ball, if you don't know what to do, run at the defender. Make him make a mistake. Because when you run at a defender straight like that, you're forcing him to make a decision. And when Sadio's doing it, it's just what are you supposed to do with that? I don't know. And no one knows. No one knows. I wonder what VVD would do.
Block him.
I bet that's a 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's a tough call.
Because I feel like if Virgil was playing against him, he would have all the tape and the stats to know. Because I think Virgil knows how to play certain players.
And they're in training every day.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a tough call to make. It's a tough call to make. But I do miss, there's something special, man. And I know that this Liverpool squad is the best. I know that we're setting records. We're killing it. We're 22 points up. Take all that aside.
Yeah.
Take it. Let's just look at one game. There's something special about Sadio, Firmino, and Salah on the same field. There's something special offensively that is an attractive draw to watch them play.
It's also the fact that if the three of them are on the field, typically two of them are having a good game.
Yeah.
So they're not always all going to have a good game, but two of them is enough, as we've seen.
We have 5 strikers a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have our front 3.
Uh-huh.
And you have Trent.
Oh.
And then you have, the genie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have something.
And the ox.
Or the ox. There's always that. It's outrageous. But when those 3 players are involved, and I love Divock. I like watching Ox up there. I do like when Takumi's nice to see, and he's going to be great.
Yep.
Big hopes.
Yep.
Much love for Takumi Minamino.
Yep.
A lot of love for that guy. But when those 3 on the field, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
lights out.
It's a beautiful
lights
thing.
out for me.
Beautiful
lights
thing.
out for me.
One of my favorite moments of that game is when we had a free kick outside the 18, and Trent and Salah and Henderson are standing over the ball. Mm-hmm. And the cop starts chanting, "The Scouts are on our team. The Scouts are on our team." Like, we know who's taking this.
We know who's kicking it.
We know who's kicking it. That was really cool.
A lot of people dogged Trent's performance.
Yeah.
They said he wasn't very involved.
Uh-huh.
They said he had an off game. Mm-hmm. I didn't I watched the game, and it was 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But 3 days ago. But I watched the game. Offensively, I thought Trent was great.
Yeah.
I might have missed a couple things. Like, do you think defensively he had some bad beats? Or was
Yes.
I missing stuff?
Yes.
Like-
Defensively, he was shaky.
Yeah,
He was
Southampton
shaky.
had a lot of chances. Mm-hmm. And I guess maybe that came from the Trent side.
But that's kind of all right. He is definitely improving on defense, definitely. But it's kind of what you get with Trent. You know, there's a trade-off. With those crosses comes a trade-off.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, if you're going to put a fullback as a defender and, you know, nothing else but a defender, Trent's not your choice. But he's young, he's learning, and he's on his way.
That boy can place the ball. Like
Unbelievable.
It's
we go in my backyard and we say this is the position you have to cross the ball here like Trent, and it's impossible.
Impossible.
It's so hard. You know, when you play a small-sided football match like five-a-side, crosses are easy. It's close. Everything's close. A cross is easy. That's freaking far. Do you know how far the corner flag is to the middle of the 18? It's far. And when that ball comes whipped in, you see how fast it's going. He's killing that ball. He's killing it.
Yeah.
It. Corner taken quickly.
corner taken quickly.
Origi.
Trent.
I know. But
Trent to Origi.
Trent to Origi.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Anfield explodes. Like it would have done had Takumi scored against Southampton.
Yeah.
Would
I
have
hope that's a
exploded.
big celebration.
Oh, it's gonna be huge.
I hope they do like a crazy thing for
Yeah.
him. Cause like, oh dude, he's a Japanese player coming from Austria playing in England.
Yeah.
Like the dude's just had I don't know. Either way, I like that boy. Big hopes. Do you want to get into our Instagram convo?
Let's do it, baby.
Talk
What do you
about some
got?
Instagram comments. So you made a post with Jordan Henderson right after the game.
Yes.
It was a photo of him kicking his goal.
Yep.
And you wrote what a win for the what a win
What a win for the Weds.
what a win for the Weds.
What are you, Rabbit? What's
What
his
a
name?
win for the Weds.
Or,
We're gonna win the league.
What's the Bugs Bunny? Who's the guy with the shotgun?
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd.
What a win for the
What
Weds,
a win for the
Wabbits.
Weds.
So you said, what a win for the Reds. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. So there were a couple comments on there. I grabbed out. Thought they were pretty good. Mattias, we got to always... Mattias, listen. You could post anything. I'm going to read it on this podcast.
Oh,
we
yeah,
love
baby.
you, boy. He wrote...
He's our favorite Norwegian fan.
I think he's our only Norwegian fan.
No, we have
And he's
quite a
the
few.
only person in my life I know from Norway.
Ah.
So you're my favorite Norwegian.
Sug. Okay, go ahead.
Sug.
Sug.
Marius commented 36 games and 8 conceded goals with Gomez on the pitch. The numbers say it all. Gomez is a beast, period. I love the statement. It has nothing to do with Jordan Henderson.
He had Gomez on the mind, baby.
So I put that in there because we had Gomez as a talking point when we
Yeah.
first started. I was like,
Yep.
let's bring it all back. He makes a great point, man. Gomez on the field. It
Yeah.
makes a difference, right?
Tell me about it.
Like,
But I made the point as well. We also have Allison and VVD.
I know.
So,
Trust
you
me,
know.
world class behind him or in
Yeah.
front of him. Well,
Side by side.
Side by side.
And behind.
And
side,
behind.
in front, all
World
around.
class all around.
Above?
Where's there not world class? Real quick, yeah. Starting 11, the regular Liverpool 11. Where is there not a world class player? Right?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Because we're winning the league by 22
Yeah,
points.
22
there's no one you would replace anybody with, really.
Is Ox world class?
He is world class. Yes.
Okay.
Especially of late.
Okay.
But he's world class. 100%.
Okay. Is okay. Here we go.
No.
You had to cut me off like that.
Yeah.
Is James Milner world class?
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal, right?
Phenomenal.
I miss that boy.
I miss him too.
I miss his calves.
We're going to see him soon.
What's the injury update on that?
We got Champions League coming up. We're going to need him. I don't know the update.
See,
No
we're
idea.
following suit like Marius. I start a conversation, we break off.
Yeah.
We make a post about Henderson. He starts talking about Gomez.
He talks about Gomez.
So that was Marius. Downey76 says at Joe Gomez. Thank you for answering the question.
Oh,
Was
I'm
total
sorry.
class today.
Marius is MSOKLAND on Instagram.
Give him a follow.
MS Auckland, M Sockland, M Soakland,
I think it's
Masoakland, Masakland.
I don't even
Sug. Go ahead.
so. Again, posted a photo of Henderson. We're gonna win the league. At Joe Gomez was totally class today. He would have won man of the match if the boys up top didn't blow them away.
Wonderful point.
That's a great point.
That's exactly what we talked about in the beginning.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep. I had to put it in there. Would have won man of the match.
He's the DOTM.
But if we won 1-0, would have won it.
Right.
But
He's the DOTM.
the boys up top,
the defender of the match.
world class. the defender.
Yeah, he's the DOTM, the
The
Dottom.
GOTM.
The Gomez of the match. He's always the Gomez of the match.
And then Mitchell Glyn, so MITCHELL.GLYN. There is so much belief in the team and squad at this moment. They can beat any team. Brilliant second half. Mm-hmm. There's so much belief in the team and the squad at this moment. He sounds like he's
In his moments.
In his
We have
moments.
so much belief in the team and
But-
the squad.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, belief from the fans, but belief inside it shows, right? We talk about it. What's the monsters? What is it? Mentality
Monsters
monsters? No, monsters and men. The
Monsters in
mentality
the closet?
monsters.
Monsters, Inc.?
They have belief even when they're 1-0 down.
Sully!
Even even if they're
One eye. Go ahead.
even if they're 1-0 down, it's like I'm watching a game where they're 1-0 down. It's like, okay, 2-1. Like, you just know. There's like belief. They're going to win.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yep.
They do.
Yeah.
So agreed, Mitchell. And then we had to throw this in there. G Rangion. GGRANGEON.
Underscore.
I will only celebrate anything when the trophy is on Henderson's hand.
Interesting. So
What do you
math
think?
is not
What
your
do you
strong
think?
suit.
What do you think? What do you think? And math is not your strong suit. Talk about it. Why math?
22, 38, 39, 27, 62 points, 13, 6 games won. Okay, what?
So there's 20. There's 18 games left. 13 games left in the Premier League.
Right. 13 games left.
Yep.
Okay, we are 22 points back.
22 points up.
22.
Thank God we're not 22 points back.
What are we, Everton?
Oh!
We're 22.
Stab.
We're 22 points up. Okay? If we win the next 6 games in a row, the league is ours.
So we could win at Crystal Palace.
We could win at Crystal Palace. If we win at Crystal Palace, so we win all 6 games up to then, we win at Crystal Palace, we could lose every game after that and still be 1 point ahead in the table.
Love it.
Wonderful.
So 13 games, we need to win 6.
Yes.
Do you think we win at Crystal Palace?
Yes.
After Crystal Palace, we have Man City.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see a draw at some point in the next 6?
Yeah.
And win the league against Man City?
To be quite honest, yes.
Yeah.
I know it's stupid. I'd love a draw, and I'd love to win at City.
I want to win at City.
It would be a beautiful thing.
Win at the Etihad.
If it all comes down to that, and it comes down to where we could potentially win at City, how much are those away tickets going to sell for? Quite a bit.
Wow.
Quite a bit.
Wow. Hospitality package?
Well, no, it's at Etihad.
Oh, wait, yeah.
So it's just an away. It's no one can get those tickets, but season ticket holders, and it's hard to get those tickets. But people are going to tout them, they're going to sell them, and they're going to go for quite a price. Quite a price. £3,000, £4,000.
That's a lot of money.
You think it's not gonna-
£4,000?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot.
Absolutely, it's going to go for a lot of money. We'll check that on StubHub when it comes to that time.
Okay.
If it ever comes to it.
Okay. How low would it have to be for you to buy them?
And go
Yeah.
£300 a piece.
Listen, we went last year.
Uh-huh.
We went in 2019. We got to go in 2020. We got to keep it going.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we have 11 months.
Yeah.
We have 11 months.
That's not a problem on my end. You got a newborn baby, a job.
You do too?
Yeah, but I can do whatever I want. I love you, Marissa.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
No, you
I
can't.
can't.
So, GG Rangion, I will only celebrate anything when the trophy is on Henderson's hand.
I get his point. I get it. I can't. I don't even know what button
I don't know
it is.
what button it is.
Yeah.
The trophy's going to be on Henderson's hand. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise.
And if it doesn't happen, then we've witnessed history. I don't know. You got to do. I think it's bottom left. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
So next game we look to Shrewsbury Steak tomorrow, and then we got the Norwich City Pookies on February 15th. We're playing away. The next episode will probably be released this Sunday. It's like a weird break, and then we'll back. So we look forward to seeing you. We're seeing you
Absolutely.
guys. Allay, allay, allay. American Revolution. Land of the free. Home of the brave. Long live the Queen. And up the Reds.
Adios.
Adios.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe and like.